measures that are implemented to keep elections secure. He said he has seen anomalies that have been detected on tabulation software in other states. However, he is not aware of any, quote, intrusion, in quote, of election systems, he said. Macias said a hand count would be less accurate than machines. While Macias was on the stand, attorneys for the plaintiffs told the judge they had a video showing Macias attempted to get into the Cyber Ninjas audit in 2020 at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum by posing, so-called, as a member of the news media. Macias denied the allegation and said people involved with the audit were already aware he was going to show up. Attorneys for Lake pressed the issue. Now, this guy, Brian Macias, he was brought in as a so-called expert yesterday in this hearing to get rid of the machines. He was a witness for the defense as an expert. Listen to what the attorney asked him and listen to his response. We aired it yesterday. Here is the audio. Listen to this.
Now, when were you first retained for this case, sir?
In the past week.
And did you have to change your schedule to get out here to testify?
Yes, I did.
You been paid for this testimony?
Yes, I am.
And how much are you being paid for the testimony?
It is an hourly rate of $250 for non-testimony and $350 for testimony.
Have you been paid anything yet?
Nope.
And who is it that is paying you?
States United Democracy Center.
Who's States United Democracy Center?
It is the co-counsel to the Secretary of State.
What does that organization do?
They are a nonpartisan organization, NGO, non-governmental organization.
Did you say nonpartisan?
Mm-hmm.
That organization's nonpartisan?
Yes, it is.
And what do you base that on?
That's to my knowledge is that I should actually step back on that. I do not know if they're nonpartisan or if they are bipartisan, I should say.
Oh.
They are not a partisan organization.
But my question is, what do you base that statement on?
Their credentials.
Credentials. Can you name any of them?
No.
Okay. During the audit, did you attempt to get into the...
All right, so let's stop right there. That's Ryan Macias being questioned by one of the attorneys for the plaintiffs, Carrie Lake and Mark Fincham. Now, he says they're not partisan. Baloney. But let's get into it. Look at the screenshot. States United Democracy Center. Here is their own website. While the so-called audit of the Maricopa County 2020 presidential election results is on pause this week for graduation ceremonies, the chaos it has created continues. They go on to refer it as a fraudit. And look at the last paragraph. In an effort to update the public and amplifying the growing chorus of bipartisan voices in opposition to the audit, the State United Democracy Center convened a press briefing with Secretary of State Katie Hobbs and 3 election experts, Elizabeth Howard, Jennifer Morrell, and Ryan Macias. So we see he is indeed, as he said, working with the States United Democracy Center. Now, who is this? This includes Norm Eisen, founder and executive chair, and of course we see 2 other ladies, which many of you might remember, Christine Todd Whitman from the George W. Bush days. I think she was the one that, I wouldn't even go there and get into that. But look at Norm Eisen. Norm Eisen, all right? Who is Norm Eisen? Here's Breitbart. Norm Eisen, Democrat impeachment counsel linked to George Soros. Oh, yeah, this is definitely a bipartisan dude, right? He was involved in the Democratic impeachment counsel against Donald Trump and is linked to George Soros. A real bipartisan character, is he not, Mr. Centelli?
The name Norm Eisen came up shockingly. I'm listening to the stream. I'm hearing the testimony. I did a quick Google search. Not only did I discover through this States United that that the witness was called to testify and being paid, connected to Norm Eisen, who is also connected to the voter I think it's called the Voter Protection Program. I have it here in front of me.
Oh, I got that.
but
Yeah. I've got that. That comes from this article right here, Time Magazine. Time Magazine, the secret history of the shadow campaign that saved the 2020 election. And there you go, Norm Eisen. I found his name in this article 3 times. Their work touched every aspect of the election. They got states to change voting systems and laws and help secure hundreds of millions in public and private funding. They